This is WFAN's Outside the Cage with your host, Ike Feldman. Can't wait to get it started. We got a big guest in studio, Quentin Rampage Jackson. I'll call him Mr. Jackson because, you know, he's trolling all the reporters, the media. You know, I'm 29. He's 40 now, so I got to play nice with him. How you doing, Mr. Jackson?
Call me sir. Mr. and Sir, I like it.
Sir Jackson, how you doing?
No, I didn't say Sir Jackson.
Oh.
I'm not like a British knight.
Mr. Jackson?
Yes, okay, yeah.
Okay.
But then you say yes, sir, and no, sir.
I just saw your birthday was a couple days ago. What'd you do for the Big 40?
Big 40, I took my kids to Hawaii, and we hung out on the beach and had dinner with all my kids and the young ones and stuff like that. I played with them in the ocean and you know hung out with the beach. And then at nighttime when the young kids went to sleep, me and the old ones went to the strip club for their first time.
Really? How old are they?
They're 18. I got two
Nice.
18-year-old boys. One's about to turn 19.
How's the strip clubs in Hawaii?
Oh, it was pretty fun. Like I had to go to the ones where they could get in 18 and up. It was like a little small little ghetto spot, but my kids didn't care one bit. They enjoyed. I had to stop my oldest son. I had to stop him from making a bad decision though. As soon as we get there, like the ugliest stripper there went straight up to him and like
She's smart.
She's
She's
smart.
the smartest.
She went straight up to him and I gave him some money. I gave him a little bit of time. And he got broke on this one girl right away. Like
Lap
gave
dances?
No, he didn't get no lap dances. Just her twerking and doing the pole tricks, and he just got broke right away. And then next thing you know, he was like, "Hey, Dad, I need to go back get a lap dance from her." I'm like, "Son, sit your ass down." I'm like, "That girl is the ugliest girl here. Just enjoy yourself, man. She like SpongeBob SquareAss." Son, come on, man. Like, get on the hot chicks. If I would have been proud if like he would have wanted to go in the back room and get a lap dance from like a hot chick, but he said he brought the ugly one. So I said, "Listen, this is your first time in the strip club. We don't get a lap dance stuff right now. Those girls, they're hustlers." I told him that as we was walking in. I said, "Be careful. Some of these girls are hustlers. Not like I'm."
He listened to you for 2 seconds.
For 2 seconds, just like any other damn teenager. Don't pay attention. Not that I'm very experienced in strip clubs, because I'm not saying that. You know, I barely go to strip clubs. That's not my thing. But I just wanted my son to know, like, look here, this is fun. If you ever get some extra money, you want to waste it, you go and have fun. It was cool. They was happy that they got to go to the strip. They thought it was the coolest dad ever.
I'm sure. Sticking with that, we were gonna talk MMA, but I want to talk parenting now, man. Like, I got married. As crazy as that is, I don't look 20, but I'm 29. I went to my wife's European. I went to Europe. The kids, they get to sip beer, maybe a little alcohol, when they're like 9 or 10, just to get used to it.
Yeah.
It's like, I appreciate that you're bringing your kid. You're not hiding it from him. That there's women that would try to, or there's people that could deceive him, try to get something that he doesn't necessarily want to give up front. Is that something that you take pride in, like raising your kids? Because I think the biggest problem right now is like raising the kids properly. Parents are in one room on an iPad, kids are in another room on an iPad.
Yeah. You know what? My ex-wife is like sheltering my 2 youngest kids.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're half Japanese. She comes from a different culture, different country, and I tell her, like, you know what? Like, it's kids out there. Like, you don't know how other people raising their kids. Like, and like they get around their friends, and like they're going to see the world through different eyes than what we're going to see. Like I did the same thing. I let my boys, my 2 older boys, I let them drink beer when it was probably like I let them taste it and stuff. Same thing like when I did, and I grew up not being like a big alcoholic. Like some people grow up, they get like 16, 17, they go out with their friends, they start drinking, and some of them turn to alcoholics. Like when you drinking when you're younger with your parents, it's not as cool as, and you don't need it. Like I think most times, like when you do that, you introduce them to young. It's like it's not like such a big deal, and they probably have less chance to turn alcoholic. But sometimes, like some people just have addictive personality, so it's still a gamble. And I agree with that. Like what they do in different countries, letting kids drink, just tasting it when they're young. Not letting them get drunk. Huh? Taste this wine and see if you like it. Taste this beer, because I didn't like beer when I first tried it as a kid, and I stayed away from it for a long time. And
Dude, now it's hydrating, man. A Bud Light or Corona, it's like water now.
Yeah, but still, I get to a point where I've never been an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? Like I got some cousins that every time you see them, they got a beer or some type of alcohol in their hand. And I don't know if their parents let them taste it young. But I'm not sheltering my kids from the world. Like I don't watch my mouth in front of my kids. And I told my kids, I was like,
You don't watch your mouth?
I say whatever I want in front of my kids.
Yeah.
I don't watch my mouth in front of my kids. Like ever since they was little, I've always talked how I talk. I don't say stuff too vulgar, but some of the stuff I do tell like certain jokes that goes over their heads. Cause I have my 2 young kids are 11 and 12, and then my 2 oldest like 18. You know what I'm saying? So like I want them to be ready for the world, and I try to like train them and teach them stuff. Like it's different from a man raising a kid and a mom. You know, moms, you know, like they see like somebody like something on like violent video game. Ooh, that's too violent. You know, like man, they used to show worse stuff than that in Disney movies. You know what I'm saying? In Disney movies, always somebody evil, somebody always die. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, man, you let them watch all these cartoons. That's more violent than this video game. Like, you know, you let them shoot people and stuff in a video game and stuff. So maybe he won't be infatuated with that growing up, and maybe he won't, you know what I'm saying, feel like he got to shoot up a school or something. Like, let him get it out on video game. Let him kill people on video games. You tell him, like, listen, that's a video game. It's not real people dying, son. Go and kill all those video game people you want. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, shoot up the other team, Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying, PUBG, Fortnite. My son plays all that stuff. Like, and they're cool kids. They don't, you know what I'm saying? And women sometimes they try to shelter kids, and I don't think it's good to shelter kids from the world.
No, I agree with it. Again, we're being joined by Quentin Rampage Jackson. And speaking of video games, we were briefly talking about it, man. You're able to dive into the world that your kids see, man. I remember growing up, like they said, they sheltered us from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Right. I remember all the political people in New York trying to shut that down in some stores. I forget which state actually got away. Or maybe the UK, I think they weren't allowed to sell it there.
Well, hey, I'm going to be honest. Like, that game, I really didn't let my kids play that game. Because you can... I played it.
Did you beat it? Nobody beats that.
Nobody beats that game. I get bored of it before it's time to beat it. But like the first one, when you can have sex with a hooker in a car, it would sound like this. in the car, and then the hooker gets out. Money, you see the money drop, and then you go
jump out.
Yeah, and you jump out and beat her up and get your money back. I'm like, no, my kids can't play that. But when they got a little older and stuff like that, my teenagers, I did let them play. But when they was young, they wanted to play. I was like, nah, son, come on, because you know I was a single dad and stuff back then. And my boys when they were young, they was wild and stuff like that. So I was like, no, son, I can't let you play Grand Theft Auto. But you know, I said, you turn the volume down, you might, because they just say some weird stuff. That game. Like I saw,
even on the street too, you'd be driving. You just
hear some weird stuff. So I knew what was going on with that game when they made that game. I knew what the little ideas was about that game. Like it was, that game was kind of like, I think it was designed to corrupt people's mind. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you a conspiracy theorist?
No.
Come on.
I'm really.
You don't think there's like no government behind things and stuff?
No, I don't know.
Because everybody, dude, everybody nowadays is conspiracy on everything.
I don't see. Like I said, I don't know. I don't get into all that. I don't know, but I think when I play the game, I'm like, yeah, you probably shouldn't let kids play this one, because it wasn't just violent. It was just like it was just a little bit too much. But it was very entertaining. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I played a couple Grand Theft Autos. I think it was like a great idea, great game, like open world where you can go, you can drive, it's like have so many games in one game. But I think that like young kids just probably shouldn't be playing that game.
Do you got ADD? Do you get like distracted easy, Vesto?
I don't know.
Because that's why you'll never beat that game.
Because you got to do all the side missions and stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if I got ADD and HB and O and all that stuff. You know, I don't know. I don't know if I got that. I do get distracted by games like that. And what's another game I get? Like Far Cry. I get distracted by that
I can't
game.
beat that, man.
I beat Far Cry, but then I don't never get 100% because I try to do my best to do all the side missions and stuff, but some of the stuff I just like, you got to save too many things. Like I'm like, this is worthless. Like, man, go. You can handle this problem yourself, bro. So I don't go and do that mission. Like it was like a little bubblegum mission. Come on, bro. You can handle that problem yourself.
Amazing. Is it fighting that or MMA? Like, is that what really captured your attention? Did it start out when you were younger with wrestling? What really what changes? Because your personality, man, it's like I yell at everybody that they're not idiots, man. They've been to college, they travel the world. They're more cultured than football players, and football players are smart. people think you're just like the cage animals and throw money at you and fight, but you guys are intricate people, really thoughtful. Like, has fighting really captured your attention? Because good fighters are not dumb, man. You can't be a dumb good fighter.
Right. You know what? Like, yeah, a lot of people do assume that a lot of us are like Neanderthals and idiots. And you know what I'm saying? I don't get offended by it, but you know, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm from the streets of Memphis. I'm not educated, but I'm intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to school and I always wanted to be a pro wrestler. And I remember saying like stuff like, man, how is me learning this bullshit about some guy named Christopher Columbus is going to help me, you know what I'm saying?
And he fucked up. He went to the wrong country.
Yeah, like he got us called in. I knew as a kid, I like there's an India, but we call the natives here Indians. Like, what's going on? Then I went home and I asked like my older cousin. He said, yeah, Christopher Columbus thought that he went to India, and so blah blah blah. And like, we got a Christopher Columbus. I was like, it kind of, and I felt like school was teaching me lies, and so it kind of turned me off from school as a young age. I was like, oh, they teaching lies and blah blah blah. And so yeah, you know, I didn't, after that I really didn't pay attention that much in school. I only learned the stuff that I was interested in. I was like, oh, I'm interested in this, so I'm gonna do this. And I didn't know I was going to end up going to college. Wrestling took me to college and stuff like that, and then MMA took me, you know, all over the world. Took me to Japan, and now I speak a little Japanese enough to flirt.
Could you say something? Not to me, but to the people.
Well, I can say a few things.
Or to the women. Are you taking right now?
No, hell no.
So then say what?
No, I can say no. Well, I can say this to one thing I do say to Japanese women is like, "Sumimasen,
suck on my what? Suck on my who?
Well, I didn't say suck on shit. I said sumimasen, kokujin. Like I'd be like kokujin ski desu ka? Something like that. It's really, really easy. Like, because my Japanese is like probably like a 5-year-old or less. So I just ask her. Like,
that means you could wire a computer then.
No. I just asked her like, excuse me, do you like black guys? You know, like in a very popular. It's like if the girl don't, and when I say to a girl and she don't giggle, she don't laugh, she's like a stuck-up person. You know?
But do they have a sense? I don't know, man. You would know better. Do they have a sense of humor, or is it because the whole style? It's like seems like they keep the culture to themselves.
That's a good question. Like I've learned that Tokyo is a lot like New York. It's a lot like New York. Like,
assholes.
Yeah, people are in. They on the go. They're like they walk around and try to get a place to be in. And a lot of comedians from that country, they come from like Osaka. So in Tokyo, like the actors and the comedians you see like on Japanese TV, they're always from one city. So Tokyo, they don't have a sense of humor. But I've learned a way to make them laugh. Like, if you guys ever noticed, like,
do you say like a sakuma? What do you say?
No. I found ways to make them laugh. Say if I'm talking Japanese and I say something like really really stupid, like okay, Japanese people they're perfect. They want everything. They got to be perfect. They got to do so certain way. Got to be perfect. So if you show them that you mess up or you make a mistake, that's funny to them. You understand?
Okay.
So I figured out how to make them laugh because, you know, my ex-wife is Japanese. And so everything she do, she has to be perfect. Like if she take a family recipe because she learned how to make black people food and stuff like that. Like whatever my mom make, whatever she found out I like, she found out my mom's recipe and she'll try to beat it. Like that's what Japanese do. Like they're really not good at inventing something. They take something you make and they make it better. Like the Japanese toilets. Man, they got the best toilets.
What are we missing?
Yo, you guys missing a lot of shit.
I know, literally.
Literally. They got the best toilet. You sitting down on a warm seat. It does everything for you. It does everything for you. It washes you, dries you up. You don't even got to use toilet paper if you don't
Trump's
want to.
the only one who's got that technology in his toilets.
No, I got one.
Oh.
When you go to Japan.
In Cali, you got one?
Yeah. You go to Japan. You stay in Japan for over 5 days. You get used to it. You come back home. The first thing you do is get a Japanese toilet, I'm telling you. Like their technology they're like on a whole nother level, fam. I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell you. I love that place. I can like when I retire and I get old, that's how I want to go. I want to live in Japan, off the grid. Like people won't even remember me.
Yeah, but it's gonna be hard to hide, man.
No. It's a lot of black people there.
Really?
You ain't never been there.
No, I know.
Dude, it's a lot of Africans there pretending they're American. And they can
That's
get away
smart,
with it.
though. That's smart.
Yeah, they can get away with it because the Japanese girls, they like black guys, but they don't like African guys.
LeBron James, I'm his
Yeah,
teammate.
yeah, dude. They're the most gullible people ever. You can tell them anything and they
You
believe
straight
you.
face them, they'll be like, oh.
Dude, they'll believe anything you say. They'll believe anything you
Do
say.
they believe Dave Chappelle's Godzilla? You ever see that episode when he's like, he's playing off the whole that the black people are so much taller than the Asians, and then he's like fighting Godzilla? You never seen that?
I saw that, but I didn't. I think I know what you're talking about. I didn't know that he was trying to make it believe that Godzilla.
Oh,
man, you got AD.
maybe.
You got ADD.
What were we talking about?
AD because you keep going. He got AD&D. What's it called?
Honey, I didn't take the pills.
HDH.
AT&T.
He got AT&T.
No, I got Verizon. It's ADD.
Okay, AD&D. So anyway, what was we talking about before you had me?
Asian women.
No, we were talking about being intelligent. See, look at it. I had to go back. The question that you asked me because
You're out of your training camp.
No,
That's how you can
I would
remember.
answer your question and then I would say something to answer your question. Then you would ask me about
Dude,
that.
we're going down the river.
And because you got AD&D.
Yep. I
It's
do.
you.
I
I see
do.
it.
I do. That's another thing that pisses me off. That they're throwing a pill, man. My brother, if he can't focus, they throw him a pill.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't need, don't be one of pill poppers. I don't trust medicine a lot because of the side effects. I don't like that. But
Medicine?
you get medicine.
Oh,
I got
medicine.
a southern accent. I'm from Memphis.
I went to Tennessee for the first
Well,
time.
shut up.
Okay.
What you got to do is
Pulled pork is delicious.
shut the hell up, man. Man, you listen to help tell your brother squeeze some balls with the AD&D. Like while you reading a book, you got stress
Tell
balls.
my brother?
Who the one got AD&D?
No, I got it.
Oh, you the one.
Yeah,
you
he looked for an escape, man. He needed it for his finals.
your brother?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I
So
failed everything. That's why
I can tell.
yeah.
Like you can't even focus in the interview.
No.
You got to squeeze the balls, the stress balls.
The stress balls.
What kind of balls you think I'm
You
talking about?
tell my brother to squeeze the balls.
The AD&D balls. You got to. It's straight. Like why you thinking if you doing something like that?
Vonda Lee Silva, man, 4 times, but you knocked him the fuck out the 3rd time. That counts more than anything.
Yeah.
Oh, Rampage, I want to punish him. I want to even the score. You're gonna kick his ass, bro. I seen the face off. He's wagging the finger.
Why he do that?
You could break his finger at this point, man. I'm telling you, the fact that he shrank down, he looked like shit against Chael.
Yeah.
What the fuck was he on? You're a bigger dude. You
Yeah, I
should
know.
club him.
Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking. Like I went up in weight class, he went down in the weight class, then he calls me out. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with Vonda Lee.
Is he playing with fire?
He's playing with fire. He's playing with fire. Something's wrong with him.
You see, is he gonna turn into something different in 2 months? Or 3 months?
Well,
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, you
because
never know.
It's a little looser in Bellator.
yeah. Well, you never know.
Look at Chael.
Yeah, you
I
never
don't
know.
trust a politician
Yeah. He's a politician.
in Oregon.
Is he?
Yeah, Oregon, and it's Oregon. Colby Covington told us he goes Oregon like the organ, like the thing in the body.
Oh, okay. That's how you pronounce that. I didn't know Chael was a politician. He looks like one.
Right? Tiki.
What
fell
kind of
asleep.
politician? What
Tiki
kind of
fell
politician
asleep.
is he?
For all the fans from season 10,
What kind of politician is Chael?
scumbag. No.
I, oh, for real?
But I remember what I was gonna say. You're not worried about Vonda Lee all of a sudden turning into superhuman, dude? 'Cause
No.
my money's on you right now.
Yeah, listen. The first 2 times I fought Vonda Lee, it was in Japan and Pride, where they don't even drug test at all. Like they don't care. And I'm not saying that's why he beat me. I felt like the reason why I lost to him the first 2 times, I was young and I was sparring with jiu-jitsu guys, getting ready for somebody named the Axe Murder. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like now I got a really solid team around me. I got solid coaches, and I'm training with Tiki Garson for Muay Thai. I'm training with Bobby Rimmer for boxing. You know what I'm saying? And Coach Paul Herrera for wrestling. It's like I got some good solid sparring partners and stuff like that.
When you officially jumping in the camp, 10 weeks out, 8 weeks out, 2 weeks out.
No. When I get back from New York, like I started my camp on July 2nd.
Okay. Shit. Next
yeah.
week. Well, you couldn't do it after July 4th?
Nah, I don't care.
Do you barbecue? Do you party?
I mean, man, I'm professional, man. This fight. Sometimes I don't have my birthdays. I don't have Christmas. I don't get New Year's. Like you know what I'm saying. That stuff is like it's my job. Like if I'm being training camp, I'm being training camp. Everybody else around me can enjoy 4th of July and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be training. It's
So is it not a big deal to you, like, to smack these like people in the back of the head to let them know that, like, no, I may on screen or on TV or YouTube be this person, but I'm a killer and I'm a businessman behind the scenes? Or you're comfortable being like,
yeah, dude.
what you see is what you get?
Yeah, bro. I don't.
Because you're laid back, man, but like the businessman's gonna
You
kick in
gonna
July
let me
2nd.
answer your question?
Oh,
Yeah.
squeeze the balls.
That's what you need to do, bro. When you interview people, you need to squeeze the balls.
Rampage.
You gonna let me answer your question?
Yeah. Do you remember it?
Hey, what? Hey, can I after the interview? Can I slam this guy? Would I get in trouble? I want to get sued. Okay,
Dude, you can't get out my triangle.
Yeah.
I've been training 4 months.
Okay, brother. It's hard to triangle choke me. You see the size of this neck?
What is it?
My neck
18
is
inch?
big. My neck is bigger than your leg.
Nah, bro.
All right.
50 standing squats, free weight.
All right. So to answer your question, I don't care what people think about me. Like I don't have an ego. I don't care what people think about me. Like I'm a big kid. You know what I'm saying? I spend a lot of my time at home with my family and playing video games. And when I'm in training camp, I train for a fight. Like I'm in my own little world. I'm in my own little bubble. Like I don't know a lot of like what you call it, like celebrities. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who married who. I don't know who broke up.
It's smart
I
to be like
I don't know a lot of that stuff, like what's going on. I don't know what you call it type stuff. Like I don't watch
pop culture.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of this stuff. Like I'm in my own little world. And you know, I try to be positive. I love everybody. I'm not a hater. I love everybody, and I can care less what people think about me. You know, I like to entertain people. I get in the cage and I fight, and like I do a movie, and I like to make people laugh, and I like to entertain people and stuff like that. But I do all that for like a living, and my joy of entertaining. But I don't do anything to be famous. I don't do none of this stuff so I can have fame. Like that's the last reason for me to do anything. Because when I first started fighting, there was nobody famous fighting. It wasn't popular, and you don't. When I started fighting, you don't do it for fame. But now, a lot of people are starting to do the sport because they want to be famous because it's popular now. But it wasn't when I started. So like, I can care less what people think about me.
Does that piss you off? Again, we're being joined by Quentin Rampage Jackson. Does it piss you off the business side, the suits of it? Because you say, I'm sure you're on a beautiful track where you're just doing it for the love, making some money, but then you get to a point where somebody's like, dude, if I offer you this or if you win this fight, there's a point where you got to sit down and say, like, be the business guy that, do you hate to do that part of the job?
No. I'm going to tell you, like, it sucks. Like, when you do something that you love, the last thing that you think about is, oh, I got to go and promote this. I got to go do these interviews. I got to go sign these autographs. I got to go and do this. You don't think about that part, and you forget about all that all the time too. But at the same time, like, I've been fighting for like almost 18 years. I fight for money. I still love the sport, but the bottom line is I got kids I got to put through college. I fight for money, so whatever's going to make me more money is, it makes sense.
Well, the movies, man, they made sense. I only seen the 18 in my seat. Dude, your IMB is fucking full with stuff. What are you working on, and how was it working with like Bradley Cooper and Liam Neeson?
They're great, man. Oh, Bradley Cooper and Liam Neeson, great, man. Liam is one of the coolest dudes ever. That, like you wouldn't even think how cool. Like people can't even.
You said Cooper?
Liam Neeson.
Oh, yeah. I was like, Cooper comes off as like a Hollywood bougie guy.
Well, I'm saying it was good to work with him, and he, if you know him, if you get to know him, he's good. He's probably like I think he live in Hollywood. He probably like I think some of those celebrities, I think they get a certain way because of cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a little jaded. I don't let a lot of people close to me anymore. Like now, I used to be a big people person before I started fighting to get more popular, and now I don't talk. I'm standoffish. I don't look people in the eyes. Especially men. I don't look men in the eyes no more because if I'm out there walking around and I'm saying hello, because when I'm from the South, you say hello, you greet everybody. Now if I do that, it's an open invitation. I probably had to spend 5-10 minutes talking to him, even when I'm in a hurry, or that's open invitation for him to like, oh, give me a pic. And so now I'm just like, so it's a cause and effect. So I don't know. I haven't heard anything negative about Bradley, but when I worked with him, it was cool. Like I think that he's a cool guy once you working with him on the stage, funny and stuff like that. But I think most celebrities that act a certain way, it probably cause and effect. Cause they got so famous and so many people want their energy and their time. The effect is that probably now they're kind of like
turning to Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye. You know, so I never met him, but I've never heard anything good about him.
What's your favorite celebrity that you met?
My favorite celebrity that I met probably was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Cool as hell, man. He's an MMA fan.
He's humble.
Humble as hell. He walked up to me when we was promoting the A-Team. Me, Bradley, and Liam right there, and Shalto Copley, the guy that played Murdoch. We was right there walking out, getting ready to promote the movie, and he walked up to us and stuff, and he knew my name because he watched MMA. I was like, wow, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And the coolest guy, and his wife had to like tell him, come on, let's go. I think he was just back when he was governor.
Was the maid pulling him aside?
His wife. I didn't see his maid. Why you hating?
It's just for fun. It's just for fun.
Yeah, you a hater.
No.
Don't be hating on.
No.
Don't be hating on Arnold Schwarzenegger, man.
No.
That man was ugly though. But
the kid's jacked, bro.
I never seen the kid, but I'm saying when I saw that, I was like, damn, Arnold. But you know what? We don't know his thing. His wife probably got him an ugly maid just so he wouldn't smash, and it backfired in her face. Like that's something that my ex-wife would have done. She would have got like an ugly maid, and I could have been in the same. I could have smashed because you can see like when like if your wife ain't dropping it off, like and the closest thing to you gotta smash something ugly sometime.
What you doing? Come here. Quentin, September 29th, Bellator 206, you versus Vonda Lee.
You bad with your impressions. I just want.
Come on, man. I've worked on it. Quentin Rampage Jackson, how's the fight gonna go?
Oh, I'm gonna put my foot in his ass.
Is that legal?
I'm gonna make it legal.
Squeeze the balls. Squeeze the balls.
Now this is gonna be one of your sayings. I hope you walk around and tell your brother that. So.
Squeeze the balls.
Yeah, tell your brother, hey bro, you got AD&D, you gotta squeeze the ball.
He's like, get the fuck away from me.
All right, brother.
Quentin, thank you, dude.
Thanks
Have a safe flight. Get back to Cali. Can't wait to watch your fight.
Oh, thanks, man. This guy got AD&D. He can't even concentrate. He's really bad, man. I can tell now. It's a workout. That's what she
Sounds
said.
like that song. The what's happening? You know what I'm saying? We should start it like that.